All right. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. I am so excited. So, our chicken came out fine. My pressure cooker kept the pressure where it was supposed to be in the pot and didn't explode. I am such a doomsdayer. That is just like crazy. But like for real, that's what we were told. So, hey, what you gonna do, right? I am ready to mix this up. We are doing is, believe it or not, we have to make some, I need to, I'm trying to get live on my other channel. I don't know. We have to, what in the world? I'm, sometimes when life, I'm trying to bring it up here because you guys are facing this and I can't see the comments. So in order to see the comments, I'm trying to bring it up, right? And it's giving me a hard time. I am telling you, there it is. Let me give it a thumbs up just like you did and get all messages. Alrighty, we are ready to roll. All right, so I did this. I have my stew. I cooked a big pot of rice. I have all of the stock. I will have to strain it because I think there's some skin in the stock. And I have the chicken. I want to get that shredded. And we will then put it in here, mix it all up with the pumpkin because that's supposed to be really, really, really good for dogs. And then we're going to keep our fingers crossed. Oh, and then I have the livers. They look so tasty all boiled up, don't they? Anyway, that's what we have. Let's go ahead. And what I'm going to do is bring this right here. I shall spin you around so we can do this together. So I'm kind of short. Actually, so I'm standing on a stool over here. All right, can we see it well? Can you see it well? Let me know. I can't really tell. There we go. Perfect. You can see yourself right there. I am going to flip this. And 1, 2, 3. Oh, that made a little mess. A little mess, but not bad. Not bad at all. Let me kind of, where it didn't flip too fast. So I am just so thrilled that we were able to get the chicken to chicken, right? All right. I have that right there. The first thing I'm going to put in, now I've taken my rings off and I did wash my hands before we were together. I'm going to go ahead and dump this, oh shoot, that just burnt my arm. Dump my rice. Oh. There it is. The rice has been dumped. There we go. We got most all of the rice out. In case you guys didn't see the very, very first live, what we are doing is I have a senior dog. Very, very senior dog. She is 15 and a half years old. And her stomach is being old lady's stomach. So we're actually making old lady dog food. I am going to go ahead and mix my pumpkin puree in here. I'm not putting that much. And to add to her great mixture, I am going to get, I'm going to add another can because I have another can. But I think with all of it, that should help. One thing that they have said with dogs, that the vitamins in the pumpkin puree are so helpful, especially when their stomachs are not doing great. So let me get another can because we're making a huge quantity. Now, please do not take this as a veterinarian or as anything other than I Googled and I'm making something and hope it helps my dog. That's it. That is my extent of this process. If your dog is old and if you're concerned with your dog and what your dog is eating, please, please, please consult your veterinarian. Do not, and I repeat, do not take your dog's health care off of the internet. But this is how I am making some dog food for my dog. She has had an upset stomach, so we're trying to get her feeling a little bit better. She is almost 16 years old, so we know we're doing end of life care. We are doing great grandmother care at this point, and I am aware of that. Everybody is aware of that. So I just did the 100% pumpkin puree to add to this. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to throw my livers, I'm going to break them up and throw them right on in there. And I'm going to pick this chicken. This chicken does have the skin still on it. I'm going to get this liver out of the way. I used a pressure cooker, so the liver is kind of like really soft because I stuffed it inside the chicken as it cooked. So, and the reason it turned that weird color is because we all know livers carry a lot of blood and it oxidizes. So that is that. This was a chicken with a full skin on it. So I want to be sure that I get that skin off. It's not good for dogs to eat at all. A little bit more liver right there. Get that out of the way. So as I pick and pull, I definitely want to be careful. I'm creating a space on one side of my pan for the picking and one side for the pulling. And my poor pup, let's find something. I'm just going to go ahead and take the skin right off of this, pop that breast right out, and I'm just going to shred it to pieces. Shred it to pieces. The nice thing, you can freeze this stuff. And she has gotten to the point that her teeth are really, really, she still has most of her teeth except for one, but she has her teeth. But the problem is, I'm not seeing the chat, but the problem we're having is I know some of them have gone bad. The doctor has told us to watch. So she's also not eating as well as she should. So I want to be sure that I have soft stuff to feed to her. I've noticed that she has lost some weight. I am hoping with this kind of combo that I have going on here that she'll be able to pick some weight up. It's all unseasoned. There's no seasoning on this. It is just a boiled chicken, plain old rice, shredded up. And then I have the sauce, or not the sauce, but the broth that it was all cooked in. Once I got this all in this pot, I'm going to put my hands in and really mix it up. So this is my Just Fabulous project of the day. Oh, that was hot. That rice was still very, very hot. I've had it sitting out to cool some. The rice is very sticky, so we can kind of still get it mixed around. Actually, you know what? I am going to say goodbye the spoon. I am going to have to grab my big metal spoon over there in a minute. So yes, that is what we're doing. I just did a full chicken. I put the rice and the pumpkin in it. I will put the broth. Then I have containers. I'm getting ready to travel, which was why I obviously have to travel with the pets because there's nobody else at home to take care of them. And, but this stuff also, you can freeze all of it. So I have some smaller containers right here to the side. You get the idea. Right here to the side to put it in. I am not doing anything fancy. This is just a very basic, um, my poor puppy that's younger, he's at the floor going, oh, please drop something. But yeah, this is just a very basic, okay, so I know I just felt a piece of skin. Recipe. I am sure people that have done this longer and know more about it can tell you more. I am just doing literally what I read and researched off the internet. The pumpkin is my added vegetable. She is very picky. She does not like beans. She does not like peas. She does not like a lot of vegetables. She doesn't like watermelon. She doesn't like cucumber. There's so much she does not eat because, hey, if my children aren't picky eaters, let's have a dog that's a picky eater. But she likes chicken and rice. So, like I said, I have definitely added that. I'm being very careful of skin. Chicken skin we do not want, or I do not want to mix into this at all. And we just keep shredding as we go. I don't know why that rice is so darn hot. Let me kind of spread it out to cool a little bit. I want to be sure that, oh, Lordy, it's hot. Yeah. Before I put it in containers, I want it to cool down enough so it doesn't get like watery. Big old chicken skin. So yeah, that's what we're doing. But I did put it in my Instapot. I did that this morning on my first live. So if you missed the first live, I'm just shredding it as I go. And I said I would come back with this part of it. Let me know how you make dog food. Do you make dog food? If the dog wasn't so old, I wouldn't be making her dog food. Well, who knows? If I have a sick animal, I'm doing whatever I can for the sick animal. So it's not that she's sick, it's her. Well, yeah, I don't know. I think it's just more old age at this point. But because I'm going out of town, I really want to have healthy food for her to eat. Stuff that they say is would be really good. And of course, when we come back in town, if her signs and her symptoms have not improved dramatically, at that point, we will contact the vet. I did contact the vet right away when this stuff started, and I was sent some medication to give her and to try. So please, if you notice anything with an animal that's odd, especially when they're older, it is always a good idea to contact your vet and before you start self-treating an animal, especially because they can't tell you how they feel. I mean, it's one thing to self-medicate myself or to medicate my children herbally, but they have a voice, or their language I can understand a lot easier than my dog's language. So it is very important that if you are not sure, you contact your veterinarian. So I am being really sure that I get the skin off of each and every piece before I shred it, and that no bones go into this mixture. Sure didn't make a lot, didn't it? I bet it's good. It's just plain. There's nothing. No salt, no pepper, nothing. It's just chicken, rice, and pumpkin puree. But like I said, that rice was, I didn't realize it was so hot. It actually burnt my finger pretty bad. So I want it to kind of, my plan was to put my hand in there and mix, but that doesn't sound like that's going to happen. Another thing that I have read, it says to, instead of feeding 2 big meals, go ahead and give your animal a couple of small little meals when they're this age. So that is how this dog food is coming together. I am not seeing the chat at all, and I have chicken hands, so I cannot push the button. So if you are here and interacting, I sure do appreciate all of the love. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Honestly, we will see how much. This was 1 full chicken. I used 5 cups of rice. So it made a whole lot of rice. I don't know how much rice comes in a bag, but, or like a 1 pound bag. But, like looking at what I'm creating here, I'm not sure this might not be a little less expensive than dog food. And I definitely know what is going into the food, huh? Now I added a container of liver. And if you were here with me, oh my gosh, when did they start taking the innards out of chicken? You always used to get the heart, the liver, the kidney, the gizzards, all the inside organs to add to your whatever you were cooking. And this, you know, they no longer had that. I was shocked. It's kind of part of getting a whole chicken. You get the whole chicken. Oh no. Oh no, I was missing all of that. And when I just happened to buy a thing of livers, and I was stuffed it inside the chicken to cook. Dude, they had hearts in the livers. Now, if you know enough to buy chicken livers, you probably know what a chicken liver looks like. So by sliding hearts into the chicken liver, that's kind of cheating. I'm just saying. That was a little wing. I want to be sure I get that skin off of that meat. There you go. Yeah, I was really a little surprised. And so that is that. But thank you for watching me make dog food. Yes, we are working on dog food for my senior dog. My first try. I'm sure there's other stuff, but right now we're also working with an upset stomach, which is why I put the pumpkin in. And it looks like a lot of pumpkin in there, but when she's divide it up, it's not going to be that much in any one serving. And once this gets cool, I will 100% begin to add well, when I put the broth in, I'm going to leave it out to cool, and then I'll get in there with my hands when it's cool and be sure it's fully mixed, and also that I don't feel any skin. I'm not feeling it now, but you never can tell. Welcome into the chat. Welcome into the live. I don't know why my chat isn't chatting, but welcome, welcome. Please feel free to hit the thumbs up. I have my plain chicken that I pressure cooked earlier this morning. Right here we have 5 cups of rice that are fully cooked. I have 2 cans of pumpkin puree in my dog food. And yeah, that's what we're going to use. Oh, and then a pound container of livers, just to add a little bit of iron into her mixture. So right there. But I'm definitely trying to be sure I get the skins and the bones. And I'm really excited to see how much this makes. And I think with it being so much softer, I mean, I can get canned dog food, but do we really know, honestly, what's in it? And she is so old. She likes people food. So here you go, baby, right? We will see what we can do and see how much it makes. I have no idea how much this is going to make, but we shall find out. It looks like it's going to at least last for a week. And if there is more, I can definitely put this in the freezer and it will freeze right up to be pulled out later as we need it. Or when I can start to transition her. I do want to transition her back onto some regular food or dog food. If that works. If it doesn't, well then, you know what? She is almost 16 years old. Guess what the dog's going to be eating? I will be making a lot of dog food. Sometimes in life, it's worth it. If you are in the chat, I want to say thank you. I'm really not seeing any type of comments or anything come up. Just you guys watching me make dog food. And I cannot touch my screens with hands full of goop, right? Okay. There we go. So it's not taking long. It's not a hard process. It doesn't look bad. I think for my first try, we're getting down there. We're getting in it. Yeah. Except for me burning my hand on the rice. That was a little unexpected. But other than that, it almost looks like just stuffing. Oh, that pumpkin actually smells really inviting. I hope she will enjoy it, but all right, this is gotta film. Let me get this piece off. Then I have the stock to dump all over it. So that will come next. And then I am literally gonna let it cool. I just don't want to put it in the containers because I'm gonna use plastic containers. And even though I'm a child of the 70s, and 60s and 70s, and hey, plastic went in the microwave. Apparently, that's not good anymore. So, we just won't do that. Wow. Next time I make chicken salad, that was my first time ever doing a whole chicken in the Instapot. Boy, it came out great. Look, it just really took that chicken down to nothing very simply. All right, I am really impressed with that Instapot chicken. I'm impressed with myself. Like I said, pressure cookers have always, always, always been a scary thing. All right, guys, so the next step, truthfully, let me finish shredding this around and, okay, I'm gonna create a spot right there, and I'm just gonna, I think I'm gonna get a strainer. Strainer. And what I'm gonna do is dump the, I know there's some skin in some of the stock. I know there is. And that's one thing that will definitely not be a good thing going down. So I want to go ahead and strain my stock before I dump it. If she was feeling better, I would have maybe put some celery or something in the stock. See, I knew there was stuff in there. All right. So I just dumped it in my rice pot and pull out everything that's there. Yeah, so that's how it cooked in the Instapot. Not bad. Shake that off. Pull that over here. And I'll go ahead and separate. We got a little liver there. Another piece of livers. Ugh. My mom liked liver. My mom liked, what else does she eat? Gizzards. I don't like gizzards that much. I think I can eat them if I don't know I'm eating them, but because sometimes, but livers, even though they were so healthy, I just am not a big liver fan at all. However, I guess if I really needed it and it was, I think sometimes you crave stuff you need, your body needs, you know. Well, I know you do. So it'll start looking for things. So if I needed that, I would definitely be able to eat it. All right, so now I'm just going to take the stock. Whether this is right or wrong, it is what I am doing, and it's my dog food, right? So here we go, back to this side. Boom, get in there with me. We are here. Look, I have this entire thing set right here, and I cannot see. I can't see anything. There it goes, like the chat, nothing. You know what's even worse? There's no cover on that. So I'm going to go ahead, for the sake of going ahead and mixing, and just dump this sauce over. There we go. We know it's all good. Going to try to get the rest of the rice out of this pot. There you go. And I'm going to stir, stir. Wow, look at that. Now the rice should maybe, if there's any room left, I guess, absorb some of that stock, right? And then we'll be able to put it into containers. All right, I'm getting it stirred up a little bit better. Nice and soft. I might actually need some more rice with it, but I don't want too much rice for the amount of chicken. So I'm gonna kind of leave it like this. It's a nice, should be nice and soft on her stomach. You know, and I was reading online, and one of the things it said you could use to make like a dog food or something, so I'm gonna let this congeal for a little bit. But it had said you could use potatoes. I thought, I thought as a not knowing anything really, non-veterinarian, non-breeder of dogs, just having house dogs, that potatoes were toxic to dogs. Just what I thought, but apparently it might not. So while this is still extraordinarily hot, while that is doing, it's cooling off, I'm gonna, I wish I'd put a rag down, but it's there now. Wow, that's a lot of food. Like I said, the good thing is we can freeze it. Yes, we can. And trust and believe whatever is left will be frozen up. I have tons of containers, or just plastic bags. You can. So I'm gonna let it get very, very cool. I know I don't want buggies. So what I'm gonna do is, excuse me, look, this little one. Can you see him? Marley, what are you doing? He's interested in food. I don't know. Can you find Marley? There he is. He's like, something's being cooked. So Marley says it smells great. He's about to have a fit to get a hold of the food. Oh, here comes our girl. Here comes our girl. Oh, here she is. The lady of the moment. The other thing I did do, oh, she's gone to her bowl. Let's see. Do you want to go outside? Come on, baby. Let me take her out. She is blind, so I got to get her down the steps. All right, so you guys just enjoy the dog food. Come on, sweetie. Come on. Come on. All right, there you go. Come on. Come on. The other thing, sorry, I had to put them outside. The other thing that was suggested was, and I did do this, was that one thing that would really help and be very nutritious is the rice water. So I'm trying to get Summer to drink rice water, but when I made all this rice, I did go ahead and put the rice water in a cooler. It'll last a day or two. 2 or 3 days. If it's kept cool, it'll be good. But that was another suggestion, to say it's full of nutrients, it's full of good stuff to really help these dogs. So we shall see. However, she is not interested in eating it yet. All right. Let's see. Hey, Summer. All right. She wants a little taste. So let's see, we can do a taste test. Oh, okay. All right, it must be smelling really good. So we will just give her just a little nibble. I'll give her just a little nibble. Let's see, I'll do 1 scoop. There you go, and 2 scoops. There you go, let's see what she thinks. All right, baby, come on. My dirty pots. Well, come on, right? Oh, it must smell good. There you go, sweetheart. And let's see, what does she think? I hope you can see her. There she goes. Oh, she says it's delicious. She is down there eating it right up. All right. Let Marley in. And let me get him a little spoon. You just get a teeny spoon because you don't need much. Oh, are we able to see her? Yes, it's good, isn't it, baby? She says it's delicious. Good. I am so glad. I have been trying to find something that's healthy and it's going to help her stomach. They said another thing that's really important when they start doing stomach things is to be sure, oh, sorry guys, to be sure that they eat smaller meals more regularly. All right, so Marley, he's just along for the ride. So let me just give him one little scoop. And that would be good for him. So it looks like a winner. I think what I would definitely do is add up how much did all of this cost to make. Because her good dog food, like her good dog food that we buy this dog, is like $45 a bag for 5 pounds. It's so expensive. So can I create, so is this going to work out being a better deal for us? What do you think? She definitely likes it. She's over there looking for more, but we'll do more later. It's a little early to eat a full meal right now. Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can get her to drink her rice water. All right, that was a winner. We have a winner on the chicken dinner. All right, come here, Summer. Let's see if we can get her to drink the rice water. Let me change her bowls out. Let's see. Oh, she's not impressed. Well, you can have more in a little bit. Drink this. You need to have a sip of the rice water. Come on, right here. Try it. It's good. Try the rice water. Go ahead, try it, baby. Here you go. All right, she's not interested in the rice water. Marley is, but she's not. Okay. Well, there we go. I am so excited. I'll definitely add the cost up. I think the chicken was, let's think about this. The rice you can get for $2. The chicken was, say, $6. I think it was 3 something. So $6. The can of pumpkin was probably $1 each. So 6, 7, 8. So for $10, let's just say $10, how much dog food or how many days of dog food have we created? I have no idea, but it is a big container full. I am so glad. She looked like she really enjoyed that. She came back wanting more, but I've got to give her stomach a moment to settle before she gets more. Yeah, so while that settles, I am going to wash the dishes. How does that sound? So that is my homemade first try of dog food. I would have to say, judging on how she ate it, it was a success. I do say that. My worst part, though, is the cleanup. I don't like cleaning up. However, now that I'm of a certain age, the cleanup fairies don't live in my house. That's for sure. Put that top right on top of that. I'm going to move this over to the stove. Oh, that's a hot mess in this house, guys. It is a hot mess. Let's see. But, oh my goodness, it's got to be 10 pounds. Ooh, that was heavy. That was heavy. Let me put the camera up. I'll spin it around. I just got to get this chicken. Here. Let's see. She's saying it was so good. Look, she's over there begging for more. Summer, what do you want? More? Absolutely, she wants more. Well, that's encouraging. That's very, very encouraging. Has anybody else tried to make their dog food? let me know. So what I have left to do is wash these dishes, and yeah, for some reason it was only the top messages. I am not seeing any chats at all, but that's okay. Scared the little one. So let's get this. She's not gonna move. Oh my goodness. Was it so yummy, Summer? Oh, it was so good. She says, look, I can smell it still out. Okay, so it was just a chicken. It was just rice, and it was some pumpkin and some liver. And she looks like she's ready for some more, but we have to wait. That is for sure. That is for sure. But from my doggies to you, all we have to say is just stay fabulous. Thank you for coming. And we will see you probably on Monday. Big love, everybody. Big love. Bye.